Hello and welcome to your online microbiology course. My name is Dr. Dutton and I'll be your instructor for this course. When you log into the course Brightspace page, this is what you're going to see. And in order to start accessing the content for the course, there are some different tabs down here that you can click on, or it might be easier to just click on Content. Content is going to give you a breakdown of all of the main content for this course. So when you see here, course navigation and instructions, that's where this video is going to be posted. The syllabus tab is where you will find information about the syllabus, and then there's textbook information, the virtual meeting room, and then learning modules. So when we go to the syllabus, you can see the different topics that are here. When you click on a topic, it's going to say that you have completed it. So when I click on the syllabus, it's going to take me to this next page that shows the syllabus. And you can scroll through and read the different information that's found in the syllabus. And every syllabus is going to be unique. So you have to make sure that you are looking at your current syllabus in your course and not just referencing this syllabus that I'm presenting here in this video. So you can see the grade policy and the grade scale that you will be used. Grades are based on a weighted total. Then you can see the different assignments that we do for this course. So lectures are presented asynchronously online. Then there's module tests that go with the lecture and the lab content that was presented. Lab reports are going to be completed through McGraw-Hill Connect virtual biology labs. And that McGraw-Hill Connect comes with your textbook access. So if you purchase access to the textbook, you're also going to get access to those labs. The package, you want to make sure you purchase both of them together, because if you purchase the textbook and then separately you purchase Connect, it is going to cost a little bit more. And then there's two final exams, a final lecture exam and a final lab exam that are cumulative. So you'll see the topics that are broken down and when they're due. So before the class starts, or by the end of the first day of class, there is some pre-work due, so take a look at that pre-work. And then you can see the various due dates for all of the assignments in the course. So now that we've looked at the syllabus, you can just click on this syllabus to go back to the page that you were at. So if you click on this blue underlined link, it'll take you back to the rest of the content here. So instructor drops in census reporting policy. This is a link that goes to a new page, but it says the exact same thing once you get there. So if you do go there, you're going to see the same thing that you would see. And then to navigate back, you can just click on the syllabus. You can also click the back button to get back to where you were. Communicating with your instructor, again, the best way to communicate with me is by email. Emails will be answered within 48 hours with the exceptions of Sundays. So I typically don't reply to emails at all on Sundays. So kind of keep that in mind while you're emailing and reaching out for assistance. Again, if you click on this communicating with your instructor, it's going to take you to the exact same information. And then down here, link to college policies and resources. So that's different college policies and resources that you can review. And we will close out of that. And it'll take you back to this page. So you're going to go back to the syllabus. Now you can see that you have check marks next to all 4 of the action items for this content area. So Brightspace does a really good job of helping you keep track of where you're at with reviewing the content. Textbook information. For this course, you are required to purchase the textbook and McGraw-Hill Connect access that goes with the textbook. So there's different options for purchasing it, but once you do get your access code, you want to link your Brightspace to your access. So when you get that access code, the first thing you're going to do is you're actually going to come to learning modules. You're going to go to that pre-work module and you're going to click on this pre-work lab. The pre-work lab is going to take you out to the McGraw-Hill Connect site. and it's going to ask you to enter your access code and create an account. So you want to go through that whole process, but you want to start in Brightspace and then go out to McGraw-Hill. You never want to just go to McGraw-Hill Connect directly. The reason is because if you link your McGraw-Hill Connect to your Brightspace, the grades will automatically go into the Brightspace gradebook. So once you complete something in Connect, those grades will transfer over immediately into Brightspace, and that's what we want to happen. So when you get that access code, come to this pre-work module here, click on that pre-work lab, and then it will link you out to McGraw-Hill. You'll create an account, you'll enter your access code, and you'll have access to those labs. Alternatively, if you do not want to buy the access code through the bookstore, you can buy it directly through McGraw-Hill Connect, but you're going to go through that same process. You're going to start here with the pre-work lab, or in the pre-work module, click on that pre-work lab. That will link you out to McGraw-Hill Connect, and McGraw-Hill Connect gives you the option of purchasing access right there. So that's another option if you're interested in that. So going back to textbook information, again, that information is provided here. There's some links with instructional videos of how to help you get started. The virtual meeting room is, if you ever want to meet with me throughout the semester, you can click on this link and that will link you to my office hours. My office hours are posted in the syllabus. Then we go to learning modules. And learning modules are laid out as a pre-work module, and then there's 7 modules. In the pre-work module, and if you just click on learning modules, all the modules will pop up in a row, so you'll see everything for the entire semester. But when we start with the pre-work module, if we just focus on that module, it says to complete the following pre-work tasks. So watch the Introduction to Microbiology video and the course Welcome or Navigation video. Here's the introductory video, and the course navigation video will be posted once it's recorded. Review the course syllabus. So again, you go to that course syllabus tab and review that. Purchase access to the McGraw-Hill Connect textbook and virtual labs and complete the pre-work lab. You complete the lab by clicking on this link right here. Complete the laboratory safety training. So even though this is an online course, we still have to meet the competency of learning a little bit about laboratory safety. So there's some review materials. If you click on this link, you're going to see there's some safety training slides and a checklist. You do not need to print off any of this, just review it, and the material in this review will help you be successful on that quiz. So if we go back, go to that pre-work module again. So that's where you would review the materials, and then there is a quiz. So you're going to take that quiz. Now right now it says that it's overdue. They will have the current due dates for all of those tests there. Then if we go into a typical learning module. So in the learning module, you're going to see the lesson plan and lecture content. When you click on this, this is going to take you through all of the details of how to understand the course content. So it gives you an introduction about what the module is about, and then it tells you to download the study guide. And when you download that study guide, it's just a series of definitions. So this is a kind of a template for you to take notes on while you're watching those videos and reading the textbook content. For each module, there's 2 parts, and each part may have a different due date in the syllabus, so you want to make sure to check those due dates in the syllabus. But part 1 has a set of slides, and then they have the pre-recorded lecture videos that I have created. So these go with these slides. Then there's some lab videos, and the lab videos are either from YouTube, from other sources, or they're actually me performing laboratory experiments and talking about some of the procedures in the actual lab. So you want to review those lab videos as well. Then you're going to review the relevant content in the textbook Chapter 1 from McGraw-Hill and complete McGraw-Hill Connect Labs 1 through 2. So what you need to do for each portion is all here. Each one of these blue underlined links is going to link you out to another resource. So you can see that this is the slides, and then all of these are different videos that I have created. For part 2, it's going to be very similar. You're going to download the slides, and then you can kind of review those as you're going through all of the lecture videos. Supplemental is still highly recommended that you watch those videos because they're going to give you additional information. But with the supplemental videos, those are outside sources that have recorded them. So they don't necessarily follow along with my slides, but they provide you additional context that's going to help you understand the content a little bit better. And then it says to review the content in the textbook, complete the labs. Then what I've done is I've created some Quizlet flashcards for you. So all of the terms that were presented up here in the study guide are turned into flashcards with the correct definitions on the flashcards. So you can click that link to access the Quizlet flashcards, and those flashcards are something that you can easily just click back and forth, microbiology, branch of biology dealing with microscopic forms of life, and you can study those here. You can also make a test. You can do matching, so there's a lot of different things that you can do in Quizlet. And again, all of these are created for you so that you don't have to spend the time making them. You can just spend your time studying them. Then it says to take the Module 1 lecture test and Module 1 lab test by the due date listed in the syllabus. So that's your typical learning cycle or lesson plan that you're going to go through. And that's what you can find in Brightspace. So I just wanted to walk you through one more time where that was. So if you're back to the course home, you just get here. If you go to content, you're going to go to the learning modules, and we're going to go to learning module 1 because that's the first module we're going to review. This first thing that's posted right here, the lesson plan and lecture content, that is that document that you're going to work through. Now all of the actual assignments are embedded into Brightspace. So although you're going to need this to review and learn what to study, and this is going to be all your lecture content in here, you will need to complete the assignments that are in Brightspace. So this is the first lab, Lab 1, Lab Safety. And when you click on it, it's going to take you out to McGraw-Hill. And then you're going to complete the lab activity in there. Lab 2 is the same thing, and those first 2 labs go with the part 1 of the lecture content. Labs 3, part A and B, and 4, part A and B, those go with the second part of the lecture content. And then you can see here that there's the Module 1 lecture test and the Module 1 lab test. So all of the lecture content and review material is linked out in this document, while all of your actual assignments are present here. You will not be able to be successful on these tests without completing the labs and reviewing all the lecture content and studying. Remember, your tests are going to be timed, so although there's no way to ensure that there's no cheating going on and that you're not using your resources, because they're timed, you want to make sure to actually study the content. So you're going to want to dedicate some time to reviewing the lecture videos, learning the material, practicing those Quizlet flashcards, and really studying so that you can do well. Every module is going to be structured in the same way. So you can see the next module, Module 2, there's the lesson plan and lecture content, the labs, and then the tests. For Module 2, there's only a lecture test. There isn't a lab test. I believe that's the only module that's set up that way. And then that goes through all the way through Module 7, which has the final exam. There are some supplemental items here that can give you additional help and resources to be successful in the course. The Diversity and Inclusion tab talks about diversity, equity, and inclusion in the sciences. So if you're interested in that topic, there's links to different organizations that you can be a part of as a student, as well as some additional resources for DEI at Gateway and DEI at the Wisconsin Technical College system. So that's all of our technical colleges. They have some really good resources out there. And then some additional student resources if you're interested in reviewing that. So that's basically the course content. The other thing I want to point out here is the grades. So under the grades tab, you're going to see what your grades are as soon as you start completing the assignments. So you can see that labs are worth 25% of your final grade, and each assignment that you complete, you should see a grade in here and then a weighted percent. So you'll see what percent was weighted toward your final grade. And then you're going to see an overall grade or percentage for that particular portion of your grade. So since labs are worth 25% of your final grade, if you get 100% on all labs, you're going to see 25 out of 25. We go down here, there's the final lab practical. So this exam is worth 10% of your final grade. If you got a 90% on the final lab practical, you would see 9 out of 10 because 90% of 100 is the same as 9 out of 10. Down here, final lecture exam, you're going to see that's worth 15% of your final grade. And then the module tests. So module tests are worth 50% of your final grade, so you're going to see what each test score was and how all of them added up to get your final score. Your overall score is going to be up here, and your overall grade is going to be up here. So you can take a look at that once you start getting items added into the grade book. You're going to see your overall grade for the course. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, dutton@gtc.edu. I'm looking forward to a great semester.